Ooh-wee, baby. Myself, Ringe, along with James Chen here for that EWC action, and we are on to Group C, where we're going to start it with Shuto versus Ending Walker. How you feeling about this, James?
I'm feeling the same way I feel about all these matches so far. I'm nervous. Like all these players are so good. All these players are so strong. I don't want to see any of them leave or get eliminated, but you know what? That's what tournaments are about.
Indeed, that's why we gather here, to see who the best of the best is, so everybody can put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line to try to become EWC champion, of course, and all the accolades that come with it. Now, let's talk about these two that are getting ready to duke it out. It's going to be Ending Walker, who qualified through the Saudi Fighting League Season 3 Major, actually went through and was able to defeat Kusanagi in that. Of course, Kusanagi coming up here later as well. Shuto qualifying through making top 8 at Capcom Cup. It's going to be a real interesting one, because we heard the couch talk about they're definitely favoring Ending Walker out of this group, right? They definitely highlighted him, but I'm a little worried, especially in this first match, because Ending Walker has lost to Momochi and Tachikawa at Blink Respawn, and then Itabashi and Mickey at EVO. So to me, he's having a little trouble with Asia and Japan specifically as of late.
Yeah, but for me, I keep waiting for it. You know, there's always those players that you're just waiting for that one breakout tournament because you know it's in them. And I've been waiting for Ending Walker to win a big one like this. And, you know, this would be a great place to start over here by trying to take Esports World Cup. But he's going to have to get through Shuto first and foremost here.
Yeah, absolutely. Shuto has been a little bit of a struggle in this season as well, right? Of course, he did get top 8 at that Capcom Cup, but we haven't seen him take a first place in a major event since that Singapore Super Premiere in 2024. At EVO, he fell a little bit short of top 16. Topanga, he got 19th. But right now, he's actually bringing out the Marisa to deal with the Ryu of Ending Walker. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a character we've been seeing a lot more of here in Season 3. And remember, Shuto was also the player that would play both modern and classic Marisa, depending on the matchup.
That's the thing with Ending Walker, you know, the perfect parry change has definitely hindered some players, not him. He looks so clean with the perfect parry, selected in the direction, always being ready for it. Of course, Marisa does have some telegraph moves. Wow, confirming that into the top, so Ending Walker already on his game, and the whip punish after.
Yeah, so right now, Ending Walker is looking so strong here, completely dominating this neutral, even just out of the space. God, the spacing from Ending Walker in this round has just been immaculate.
What a start for Ending Walker. Not thrown off by the Marisa pick at all. Even trying to bait out the drive rush check from Shuto right there. And again, confirming that with the Tatsu and just getting Oki afterwards.
Oh, now checking the drive rush. I mean, honestly, right now, if you're Shuto, you're just not sure what to even try at this point.
Hey, with the Superman punch, it working out, but this is what we talked about. The long startup options of Marisa, just getting perfect parried back to back.
It's almost like you feel like Shuto's got to do like a mini charge, you know, just to try to throw off the timing a little bit.
Oh, Ending Walker, he actually built to the level 3, but maybe the routing was a little strange up until that point. He's got plenty of meter to defend himself with, Shuto immediately goes with the DI regardless. Now, it's going to take more than this to kill him off, even with Marisa and the CA on deck.
Went for the reset right there. Was hoping maybe, there we go, the heavy kick, and that should be able to do it here, and actually, probably not even gonna have to spend that much meter. Oh no!
All right, well, yeah, Shuto, a little bit of a flub at the end, but he manages to close it out and saves the meter in the process. I mean, it was scary, but it ended up working out for him heavily.
Just as he planned. He was like, I'm saving all my meter, you know?
Already know, all part of it.
All right, but Ending Walker coming back in here. But, I mean, that's a remarkable turnaround for Shuto there, but obviously had a lot to do with Ending Walker being burned out. And those rounds you can definitely lose very easily. And so Ending Walker coming right back in this. So far this round, I mean, he might just be able to finish this off with a perfect here.
Yeah, dominant start to the round here. Shuto, he's got plenty of resources. I love Ending Walker not going in, right? Has all those resources. If you get back thrown or anything like that, then you got to deal with Marisa in the corner. You just back it up, making him come to him. Oh, but the overhead does get clipped. Okay. And Shuto's going to have a chance now. We're going to spin it. Yes, solo on the drive. We need to build that back up while making Ending Walker sweat a little bit.
Yeah, take him to the corner, guaranteed as well. So now here's this pressure situation. I mean, look at that. That was a lot of health, but just Ending Walker just needs one tiny hit. So you see a lot of these standing light kicks, I'm sure.
Oh, he gets over the fireball with the OD and the command grab. It's not enough. It is. Oh my goodness, the CTE to Ryu. Oh, Shuto. What a way to clutch out that first game. I can't believe it.
There was nobody in this building that thought Shuto was gonna make that comeback, I felt like at that point. Ending Walker was looking so solid, and like I said, the last round was mostly just kind of a burnout situation. But Shuto with so many great reads, especially that the Superman punch over the fireball.
Yeah, man, the explosivity of Marisa, right? This is what we were talking about, where you only have to be right a couple of times with this character in comparison to a few others.
Yep.
Like right there, we saw the Superman punch get over the fireball, and then it was just command throw after, and it did that much amount of health to Ending Walker.
I mean, it is one of the things, like, you know, obviously a lot of the buffs to Marisa lets her do a lot more damage. I'm glad they kind of putting her back to giving her that strength that she had in Season 1.
Oh, and then the armor straight through. Now, I want to see if Ending Walker plays a little bit more timid, or if he's going to try and force the issue a bit. No perfect parry on that charge Fierce. We saw that he was looking real comfortable in Game 1. He's looking forward a little bit more now.
Ooh, just missed that whiff punish right there. No check on the drive rush that time either. So a little bit, oh, and now the perfect parry coming from Shuto's side on the meaty. Tries to set up a shimmy right there, but Ending Walker just walked back, being patient.
That was clutch too, because that would have put Shuto really low on drive gauge, but now making up with the level 1 as well. Making sure he does not get bullied by Ending Walker, but a perfect parry right back at you. Roundhouse inside the temple.
See if he switches sides. Yep, there it is right there. And now the throw. Is it going to be back-to-back throws? What a backdash! But still, the whiff throw, fast enough to recover. Gets the DP in time. Ending Walker, round 1.
Well, yeah, it was a little strange. Shuto backdash, and then he jumped afterwards as well, right? So I gave Ending Walker plenty of time to recover and punish. And speaking of which, another punish right here. Shuto commits to the target combo.
He charges up the Denjin. Still has that ready to go. Oh, yeah. You're going to drive rush at me. You're going to DRC. I'm going to ODDP.
Yeah, nice OS from Ending Walker. Oh, just outside the range here. Ending Walker very low on drive. He's going to get burnt out via that block straight.
But he still has the Denjin, so he spins it right there to get the juggle into the level 3.
Yes, indeed. Going to be close, but I think Marisa is alive, as we see. Now Shuto, he's made some comebacks with his low health before. The resources are low, though. Not much super, not much drive. And Ending Walker, as soon as he gets his own back, sends that OD fireball to tie up the set.
I mean, seriously, that was like frame 2 of getting his meter back, and he just had the OD fireball launched right away.
Yeah, everybody at this level is extremely good at using their drive meter as soon as they get back from burnout, right? Saw that earlier as well with a drive rush from one of our other sets that immediately got checked by Mena. I think it was the Riddle set. But yeah, man, both of these players now off to the races, 1 up.
I mean, I think this is our first match that we've gotten today that has gone to 1-1.
Yeah, exactly. I believe the only other match that actually didn't go 3-0 was the Noah the Prodigy Angry Bird set, right, where Noah was switching to Cammy. And speaking of switching, Shuto going to do the same thing here, where he's going to go to the Akuma. He did get a dub on the board with Marisa. Let's see if that was the whole mission, right? Maybe he just wanted the 1 dub, making Walker think about it a little bit, and now he's got to deal with the Shuto battle.
Right, and just kind of like throwing a different look all of a sudden while you're still fighting Ending Walker's Ryu here. Definitely. I mean, I'm really honestly starting, because like, before EVO, you know, Lashar and Fudo were 2 of the players that were like on the biggest hot streak, and they're 2 players who have 2 very solid characters and maybe even more in their roster. I'm really starting to feel like Street Fighter 6 is becoming one of those games where you are better off with 2 extremely strong characters.
That is how Street Fighter tends to go.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 here, again, same story. And now Shuto and Ending Walker. Shuto bringing out the Akuma. Oh, already trying to figure him out a little bit with the shallow demon flips. Oh!
Yeah, that's one thing that you got to realize about Ending Walker, because he wants the perfect parry everything. There is a lot of opportunity to kind of whip things in front of him and maybe just try to punish with the throw.
Reversal real quick, he's trying to get that space back. Shuto also been looking for some perfect parries. The regular dash as well. But speaking of which, fireball stuffed out another roundhouse to the temple, but Shuto committing to the throw immediately on wake up, and then of course the fake out drive rush using the adamant flame to counter the check.
Yep, the classic suppressor setups, backswing blow setups. Oh,
yeah. Fireball has plus on block for Akuma, point blank. Baby just gets to throw the normal that Ending Walker was trying afterwards.
Yeah, it'll be even a wake up level 1 from Ryu as well. So those meaty fireballs are so strong.
In here, we're playing patient. Nobody's tried to overcommit till then. Shuto actually willing to risk that drive rush overhead and now willing to risk the level 1. Successful with that one.
Yeah, we saw there. I'm pretty sure that was a missed perfect parry from Ending Walker against that first projectile. But nice DP against the demon flip. Oh!
And then pieces him up right there. Nice little frame trap set up. Shuto stuck his hand in the blender.
Yeah, and that was kind of a delayed frame trap timing too. Just that little bit of like a syncopation, that's what I always like to call it. Just like a slight different timing on that button press. And now back to neutral. Ending Walker trying to push Shuto to the corner. Oh, Justin is so mad right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Justin Walker was telling us how much he despises the whip throw setup in the green room. But right now, taking out that demon flip. So crouch medium hit trade. More players here though, again. Very low on life, or I should say relatively low on life considering the damage capabilities of these two characters.
Oh yeah. Oh, drive rush the punish.
And that's what I'm talking about right there. Ending Walker roaring back here, now taking a 2-1 lead. And we'll see if Shuto continues with the Akuma or if he goes back to that Marisa.
Was that was a crouching light kick that he punished with that drive rush? Jesus. Just perfect timing right there.
Beautiful stuff right here. Ending Walker not getting discouraged by that Marisa pick early on, right? He was able to bounce back, take down the Marisa, and then responds to the Akuma pick as well very quickly. Already off to the races, and he's looking very focused as well, right? We see him eyes closed, making sure he stays composed, keeping control of the emotions and the energy. Because remember, guys, this today, the winner of these brackets qualifies in the top 16, right? So this is a huge step in making sure you have a chance to win this entire tournament.
Oh, wow. Just unfortunate timing right there for Ending Walker. He was going to go for that hop kick, and Shuto just happened to jump. And now Shuto has him in the corner. You see that one mistake, how it's cascading into all this damage for Koano. I'm sorry, for Shuto.
Yes, and Shuto takes him down. My goodness, quick round in response.
And again, it was just all that one jump in timing right there. It's just, like I said, the momentum in this game is crazy. So now here, Ending Walker gets the throw. Continuing trying to push Shuto to the corner, but Shuto doing a great job fighting his way out, but the check on the drive rush.
Very nice here. Tries the parry on wake up, but yeah, going with the medium right there. Kind of threw off his perfect parry timing. And now faking out the jump in with the jump medium punch, fading out the parry. Shuto trying to respond. Ending Walker shuts it down with a perfect and puts himself on set point.
Oh, it was beautiful. I love it. I mean, you definitely add a couple of extra frames of recovery, but you know, you're fading out the drive parry like that, so it works.
And now Shuto does have Ending Walker in the corner here. Trying to harass the adamant flame, but it was too close. Got the punish.
Oh, it punishes the demon flip on the landing.
Super sick stuff. Had the crouch medium kick spacing on point. Ending Walker's got 3 bars as well, bro. You gotta be scared for your life if you're Shuto. And this is why, because one touch means death. Ending Walker, 3-1. He'll be on top 16 qualifier set.
That's right, he's gonna be moving on to the next match and to see if he can qualify out of here. I mean, a lot of people, like you said, you know, talking about Ending Walker, saying he's one of the favorites to make it out of this. And, you know, the thing about Ending Walker, when I see him play, it's not even just like, when I see him play, I swear he looks at the game kind of differently than a lot of people. Like, I'm not sure what it is, but every time I hear him talk about fighting games, he just has such an interesting mind of how he looks at fighting games. And I just, like I said, I feel like he's just on the cusp of a really major win.
Oh man, that was that real scary moment right there. Ending Walker committing to the ODDP, probably trying to look for the chip on Shuto, but he was able to get over it. That's what we talked about before as well. And Ending Walker, he threw his hands up right there. I'm not sure if he tried something and mistimed it or was just like, damn, son, hurts to lose. But either way, then we saw him bounce right back, right? Shutting down a whole lot of the pressure that Marisa tried to implement. Shuto was looking to impose his will, but couldn't really find the answers. And then the Akuma just got shut down. It felt like Ending Walker, I feel like he struggles a little bit with underrepresented characters, so that's why I think he lost to the Marisa. But somebody like Akuma, right? He's gonna have plenty of practice against. He knows how to deal with this character, and he looked real comfortable playing against this character. Even going down in rounds in the games 3 and 4, he still managed to just bring it back 2 rounds straight and take the entire set. Extremely impressive adaptation from Ending Walker.
Yeah, and just got in there. You see, I mean, even in these highlights, so many times that Ending Walker got in with those drive rushes. Never mind with punishing a crouching light kick, but you know, he just snuck in there. Drive rush, raw drive rush, crouching light kick, just caught Shuto.
Yeah, Roger, drive rush, crouch light kick, definitely a potent tool in this game. And speaking of potency, we got Duel Kevin in the building right now. repping a nobody, baby. Just himself coming out here with the Rashid, going up against his fellow Rashid brethren. And Big Bird here ripping reject. It's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup here because we have two players that are kind of on like different arcs here. Like Duel Kevin has been playing so well, and last year he had an amazing year, but like kept getting second and third place at all these events. And then this year, remember, he qualified at the very last second at the last chance qualifiers. This year he qualified for EWC early on, so he's been doing really well this year. Had a strong last year as well. Big Bird, obviously season one, extremely dominant, everyone considering him one of the best, and since then, you know, he's obviously remained as one of the strongest players here. But having had that season one, and even from Street Fighter V of how strong he was playing, even Big Bird would probably tell you right now that he is not playing up to his potential right now. And so again, in a situation where I feel like he is a player that is just looking to get that big win, to snap himself back into basically into the forefront of everyone's favorites for these tournaments.
Yeah, even beyond season one, right? In season two, that's when he got grand finals at Evo Evo 2024
right,
up against Monk, right? So he has had incredible success throughout the game's lifespan until this most recent season, right? That's when Rashid got some changes, the throw loop nerf, the ODDP Oki nerf, and after that, yeah, we've seen Big Bird struggle a little bit more so than Duel Kevin, to your point, right? Duel Kevin has taken those nerfs in stride and really has shown out and has continued to make major top eights, major results time and time again. So yeah, it is definitely a clash of two different trajectories right now, and I want to see if Big Bird can bounce back or if Duel Kevin continues that momentum that he's been building. You heard Cola on the couch, he's pulling for mid-best. I know a lot of people are, but Big Bird right here, baby, he's from the Middle East, and that's where we're at. Maybe this is going to be the superior middle of the regions.
I mean, you know that, obviously, you know, Cola rooting for mid-best, but right now, he represents America here. Oh, and a good start right there with the wind shot, catching Big Bird's jump.
Indeed, and Duel Kevin, you can see, like, he's just so comfortable and so confident in his gameplay as of recent. But Big Bird, of course, drive rushing out of the corner. He wants that back throw and catches Duel Kevin trying to press on the plus frames. Yep,
and now we have the corner, the full-weight mix-up right there, but nice. That's the way you snipe out those people jumping out of the corner.
And the hezzy from Big Bird right there, blowing up Duel Kevin's wake-up timings. But again, ODDP, and that's what we talked about, though, right? No real Oki afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Pressing right back at you. Big Bird showing no fear. To cash out the SRK Super Rashid kick for the win.
All right, so Big Bird looking good here in this first round, but Rashid is gonna be, it's gonna be a hectic match.
And of course, Big Bird using that level 1 at the end, right, means Duel Kevin's gonna want to have the access to Isar earlier.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he sets it up after this knockdown. Not quite yet. Throw in the corner. Maybe he's gonna try to make as much happen without using it.
Nice throw tech, and has the anti-air ready to go. He's gonna get him a little bit out of the corner, which is why Duel Kevin gonna go for that try reversal, but the perfect parry from Big Bird and the side switch, and now he's gonna try to push Duel Kevin into the corner.
I like that from Big Bird. Oh no, try to walk him and throw me off the minus frames. We're gonna bust out though, not trying to let Duel Kevin get any momentum, especially with that meter.
Tried to go for a counter hit right there with a standing medium punch. Get it, but still got the hit afterwards. Overhead, but that's just raw overhead, not gonna be able to combo. And here's the Asar, but as you mentioned, Duel Kevin sitting on 3 meters, while Big Bird has basically just 1 at this point. So there's, it's all a combo.
The enhanced jump, but Duel Kevin ends up spinning the level 3 there because he doesn't want to risk Big Bird playing again while he's still in burnout. So that is a little bit of a tough way to win that round, right? Draining all your meter that you were so conservative with up until that point.
That's why I've always said, like, characters like Ken, who can basically do, you know, run Dragon Lash and then pick the level of super.
Yeah, but Ken's not on the screen right now, so let's get to the retreats.
But it's just such a powerful tool to have. And so for characters like Rashid, a lot of times, you end up in these situations where you have to spend the level 3. Duel Kevin right now, all this pressure in the corner.
And then again, yeah, the throw here as he tried to press on Wake Up, but Duel Kevin is rolling, trying to base something out right there. I think Big Bird might have wanted some type of reversal instead of the Wake Up whirlwind, and it was an execution error. Either way, though, Duel Kevin covering all bases.
Yeah, dominant round 3 right there. Like I said, even Big Bird after that first round, this is just one of those matchups that I feel like is just gonna be so hard to call here, even just based on the fact that it's just the Rashid versus Rashid.
And again, setting up shop here, applying this pressure in the corner. Big Bird willing to press back, but maybe the drive gauge situation, he was just above 3 bars, didn't want to spin the drive rush cancel.
Ooh, just a little too far away for that spinning mixer to catch.
And the whirlwinds here, just outside range, tried to follow it up, but either way, Duel Kevin's maintaining control in the corner here, and of course the spin mixer having the cross of hitbox. You ain't ever gonna escape for free.
Yeah, and look at this. Oh, actually the checks right there. I thought Duel Kevin was gonna be able to get Big Bird all the way back into the corner.
Yeah, he hit him with the drive rush and then tried to throw, but it was punish counter, so still too much hit stun for the throw to work.
Yeah, trades again. They've been trading a lot in this match here. And now all of a sudden, Duel Kevin in the corner gets caught by the meaty. Next hit for both players. What a throw tech, what a brave throw tech there.
Indeed, and now he's gonna commit the level 2 here. Try to drain Duel Kevin's resources, and yeah, he was gonna get burnt out either way, right? So I like Duel Kevin going with the drive reversal here. He's got his own level 2 on deck, but now he's not gonna be able to survive.
Oh my God, he jumped backwards over that wind shot, but up that one right there just caught him barely. And you see Big Bird like, man, that was so much work.
After first avoiding that first whirlwind, he needs a level 2 to kind of relieve the pressure at that point. Big Bird, it was pretty inevitable that he was gonna chip him out if he didn't use that level 2.
Yeah, and you can see right now Duel Kevin back to having the 3 bars, but we really haven't seen him be able to use the bars, his super meter that effectively here. And Big Bird should be able to take this with a super Rashid the kicker.
Yes, indeed. My man Duel Kevin is frugal right now. He is keeping the meter to himself.
Yeah, I mean, that one he died with the 3 bars, and the previous one he used it basically to finish off just a tiny pixel of life over there. And so, yeah, we haven't been able to see Duel Kevin really make use of that super meter bar. And I feel like if he's going to try to take the set, something's got to change in that area right there, especially with a level 2 as powerful as the SR.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting to see the kind of meter choices, the resource management that Duel Kevin has gone with so far. Feels like there's been moments where he's been able to use some supers and just instead choosing to hold it for big moments. And sometimes those big moments don't come. That's what we saw in game 2 here. So 1 up between the Rashids.
All right, starting off again here in the neutral, and you see Big Bird being far more aggressive in this neutral right there. He's been swinging, throwing wind shots. Duel Kevin just trying to find his space to get in, but it's Big Bird's strategy right now that's gonna get the first blow and take Duel Kevin to the corner.
Yes, indeed here, and Big Bird managed to keep him locked down in the corner. A lot of whirlwind shots. You can see varying up the speeds as well, trying to throw off Duel Kevin's game, but the perfect parry is there. Even despite varying up the timing, Duel Kevin still had it ready.
Oh! And now just gets the drive rush medium kick in there. Tried to fake the meaty throw, tried to go for a shimmy.
Scrambling a little bit here. There was a whole lot. He actually did get the imperfect parry, you heard it, but he wasn't holding the bat or wasn't holding the right direction. Either way now, that's gonna allow Big Bird to take advantage.
Oh, yep, there we
Is
go.
he gonna use level 2? Not just yet. Actually trying to bait something out. He just did drive rush and a block, and Duel Kevin with a wake-up jab.
So
he's gonna be able to take advantage.
So finally here, this is the first SR that we've seen from Duel Kevin. Oh, he just goes for the super machine kick, makes it all the way through.
Very smart from Big Bird.
The spacing was just off for Big Bird. You can see the disappointment in his reaction right there.
That hurts, and then the 99-second drive rush. He was a little late on the check. Duel Kevin going with a longer startup move, blowing up his timing.
That's what Duel Kevin likes to do in round 2 or 3, to start with a drive rush. A lot of times drive rush overhead, but oh no! Not sure why that eagle spike came out right there. Very punishable on block.
And the OD spinning mixer as soon as Big Bird approaches. Wow. Trying to wake up with some buns. Big Bird has been willing to scrap it out a little bit. Although we're both being a little bit hesitant, right? Big Bird knows he doesn't have a lot of life to play with. The scrapping will be a lot more dangerous now. And Duel Kevin beats him to the button just barely to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it always happens. You see people in the neutral staying outside of each other's range, and then when they both decide to engage, it's just whoever presses the button first.
Look at it, chop him down here, using the OD to out-prioritize, and Big Bird got caught during the recovery of the parry. Not blocking low.
Counter-poking each other with that. Oh no, too far away on that drive rush check, which is gonna give Big Bird the opportunity to switch sides and get the corner here thanks to that punish counter sweep.
Here's a big bird right there, but Duel Kevin wicked with the crouch. Medium kick, trying to call it a walk back. A little bit timing, and again, these counter hits coming in, but Big Bird's finally stabilized a little bit. Gets to the corner, gonna spin all his drive meter, trying to set up a finish here. Will he do it with the SRK one more time?
There we go, Big Bird getting on the round here. Are we gonna see our first 2-2?
Could be.
Potentially here if Big Bird can take one more round in this set.
Yeah, again, trying to beat him out right there, but it looked like Big Bird was a little bit hesitant, maybe expecting Duel Kevin to cancel that parry in the drive rush. Created that window of opportunity for Duel Kevin to start taking control, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yep, here we go, the pressure here, the setup goes for the empty low. Punish counter heavy punch, but he wasn't sure that was gonna hit, so no canceling. Oh, he didn't punish the sweep.
Yeah, he's in burnout, so it's a lot more difficult to do so. And that's why Duel Kevin, he tried to walk forward and just gain the advantage instead, but Big Bird was ready with the win.
No. Gets the drive rush overhead. Here we go, the setup, the meaty, the drive impact, the stun, and here we go. He's gonna have a big combo off of this. Doesn't even need to think about needing a super meter or not. And here we go. We have our first 2-2 here at the Esports World Cup.
Yeah, some hesitations from Duel Kevin has been costing him throughout this set. Hesitation to use the meter. We saw hesitation after the block sweep to take his turn. Definitely some moments that are slipping through the cracks, and it's allowed Big Bird to climb his way back into the set. Now it all comes down to one game.
Oh, man. And yeah, you can see always Duel Kevin with the stone face right there. Tries not to show too much expression, but Big Bird, you always know how he's feeling by looking at his face. You saw the lips bouncing right there as he exhaled.
Nice job from Duel Kevin, set up the big whirlwind.
Oh,
and then baiting out the OD spinning mixer, but left some food on the plate right there. Definitely could have got more damage out of that one.
There's the wake-up button from Duel Kevin again. And then the throw. And then just drive rush in with the heavy kick, and Big Bird just eats that.
Again, yeah, that's been plaguing Big Bird a little bit. We've seen him fail to check that option out of drive rush a couple of times now, and that puts Duel Kevin on set point.
Oh boy. Ooh, got the counter hit. I said light punch, but now the crouching medium punch. I think that was probably a whiff OS right there, just going into the drive rush.
Beautiful whiff punish as well from Duel Kevin here. He is rolling off the momentum in that last round. He's got the Asar available as well, but we've seen he's just been trying to duke it out without the super so far. That's exactly what he's doing after the throw tech. Still waiting, but Big Bird playing the aggressor.
Just catches with the crouch medium kick, tries to go for the throw. Duel Kevin with a jump back to escape. Oh, but the wind shot made it out in time. And the check on the drive rush from Duel Kevin. And he is going to advance forward 3-2 against Big Bird. Again, we talked about before the match about kind of like the diverging paths over here, and this is just kind of an indication of that right here with Duel Kevin taking it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Duel Kevin, he's the one that's been coming into this tournament with a lot of momentum, a lot of great results in Season 3, even with the changes to Rashid. And of course, Big Bird's the one that has been struggling a little bit, right? We haven't seen him reach the results that he did in Season 1 and Season 2 in this latest iteration of Street Fighter. And that continued to be the case here, but just barely. Big Bird put up a hell of a fight, and Duel Kevin was just able to clutch it out at the end. He did stay like one step ahead throughout the set, right? It really felt like Big Bird was chasing Duel Kevin to try to even up the set for most of it. But right there, Duel Kevin, that's all he needed to do was one more step ahead.
Yeah, and like I said, one of the things about Big Bird is he's a player that you'll never have to guess how he's feeling at the time. Very emotive player here. You can see a lot of the frustration on his side, but you know, every player is gonna show that, as you see Duel Kevin right there with a lot of pain in his face here too.
Indeed, and you see Duel Kevin right there just checking the drive rush. Eyes are bulging out of his head as soon as he sees the green flash. Made sure to check it and made sure to survive to get into that top 16 qualifier set where he'll face this man, Ending Walker.
Oh boy. And yeah, again, both of these players, I feel like are players that are just trying to get into that upper echelon. They're right there. They are always like right at the cusp of that. And we do see a lot of players that oftentimes get stuck at that level. They're always a threat, but they can never seem to get to that level of the Mena RDs, the Punks, you know, the Kowanos, etc., etc. And both of these players have been trying to get into that vaunted group for so long.
Indeed, and we got some of the stats here as well. We saw the prevalence of the perfect parry from Ending Walker in that first set. Shout outs to my man Lazarus as well, gathering a lot of the statistics for this event and EWC. But yeah, man, look at this. Times at burnout as well. Pretty similar with Duel Kevin barely doing it one more time. But yeah, man, the whiff punishes are going to be on deck for both of these players. The patience, I'm really interested to see who becomes the aggressor, because I feel like they're both kind of that hit and run play style where they're not going to commit outright to the aggression, but they do have moments of just burst of speed and trying to get in your face.
Yeah, I mean, when we saw Duel Kevin versus Big Bird, you saw the different styles of Rashid. Like I said, Big Bird was swinging, trying to do stuff, but Duel Kevin very careful. But as you said, Ending Walker, very similar style here. So let's see who can who will break, basically, because when you play that way, you tend to lose against those kind of players when you lose your patience, you get your mental, fortitude, the mental strength kind of cracks, and you do something that you shouldn't have done, and try to rush in and just get hit. So I'm curious to see which of these two players is going to crack first, or if they're both going to be able to maintain their game plan.
Yeah, and then Duel Kevin, of course, we did see stuff like 99-second drive rush, though, from him, right? So there's definitely, like I said, moments from both of these players where they will play the aggressor. So I want to see if one of them is going to take that and try to just make sure the other player doesn't get to do any of their own game plan, right? Sometimes the best defense is a great offense, and that's what we see a lot in Street Fighter 6, right, where the game rewards aggression quite a bit. So I want to see if Duel Kevin tries to take that lead. If Ending Walker comes out trying to smack him in the face with Ryu, obviously a lot of potent options for that character as well to stuff anybody's approach. So yeah, man, it is going to be a banger. And again, this is a top 16 qualifier set, right? Winner of this does not play again until finals day. So this is going to be a big advantage. Not only do you get to stop playing for the rest of the day, you're good. You don't have to play for the next 2 days. You get plenty of time to prep for your potential matchups in that top 16 as well, where we're all first to 5 single elimination, right? So it is going to be exciting all the way through to the end for EWC.
Yeah, and you also can't, understate how much having a couple of days of rest, being able to relax a little bit, whereas everybody else still going to be stressed out a little bit and having to play and knowing that they've got more matches to go through. So yeah, that's a big advantage to be able to win today.
Yeah, absolutely. Some players do well with that, right, where they really just want to keep playing. The momentum builds and builds, and they eventually peak at the right moment as they get to play every day. I think it's really beneficial because of the study time, right? Being able to see who your opponents are going to potentially be and being able to practice with the other elite level players here of the character, review footage. We talked about, the other casters talked about Mena RD and how much he studies the tapes, right? So we're going to give a lot of chances for these top 16 qualifiers today to do exactly that, and that's one of the big benefits of coming out of this bracket alive.
Yeah, someone mentioned what Mena RD, like in his spare time, like 70% watching, 30% playing.
Yeah, I had mentioned that. So like it was a while ago now. I'm not sure if it's still like this, but Mena said that if it's not tournament prep time, if it's tournament prep time, like a tournament is around the corner, then it's like 50% playing, 50% watching.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But if it's not like that, it's 70% watching, 30% playing, right? Watching is huge.
Yes.
Reviewing the tapes is very necessary. Being a student of the game is what separates the people with a lot of natural talent and the people that have that same talent but work a little bit harder. So we're going to see right now who qualifies in the top 16 between Duel Kevin and Ending Walker.
Oh, and a good start right here for Duel Kevin. Gets the punish counter into the sweep, which leads him to the throw, but still hasn't been able to push Ending Walker all the way into the corner yet. Ooh. Yeah, Ending Walker with that attempt at the whiff punish didn't quite get it. Raw overhead.
I love how much Duel Kevin just harasses with the overhead. Doesn't look for it off drive rush all the time, just looking for it to annoy the opponent. It's one of the longest buzzes ever seen at, but my goodness, crouch careers that Shogeki. Man, Ending Walker was looking to end his life and does so again with the DI as soon as he sees the whirlwind start up.
Yeah, that was a great reaction from Ending Walker. There wasn't much Duel Kevin could do in that situation right there as soon as he started that DI. Oh, the EOD wind shot gonna get him out of the corner. So that's actually pretty big for Duel Kevin, but still down in life. Oh, the trade combo!
Ending Walker's so smart. The -3 off the overhead, right? He just pressed the big button, knowing that if he trades, he's gonna get the follow-up afterwards. I love that.
Beautiful stuff right there. Great first round for Ending Walker. Oh, there it is. Drive rush crouching light kick as we talked about.
Now going right back in there, just going with the throw as well. Duel Kevin taking the throw. Doesn't want to press, doesn't want to get clipped by the overhead and have his life deleted.
Yeah, see them. And it's been pretty impressive how both players have been able to fight in this neutral. We haven't seen a lot of like other games where it's basically you spend 90% of the time in the corner.
Oh, and again right there, tried the parry after getting the perfect parry. Thought Duel Kevin was going to keep the aggression up, but baited out. Now letting Isar walk him down. Let me build that meter back up with these big throws.
All right, good defense right there. Yeah, you'll take that throw in that Isar situation.
Yeah, the throw is not that bad for Rashid because it does build a lot of meter, right? So it builds him back towards that level 2. But if you're ending Walker, yeah, you're happy that you got out of that with a little bit of life, and then just deleting, assassinating the drive gauge.
And so Duel Kevin's got to fight from burnout over here. Oh, it's so scary. He's getting cornered.
You're gonna get chipped out. Yeah, level 3 after. Oh, he didn't commit to it.
There it is. He wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I'm going to make sure you're going to die from chip damage here. So there you go, ending Walker, taking game number 1.
Indeed, man, ending Walker. Yeah, those level 3s do massive amounts of chip. I thought he would have been able to do it on the loop of the Hashigeki beforehand, but like you said, wanted to be doubly sure about it. Was able to take it 1-0 and then check in the drive rush with a light kick. Ending Walker has been looking in the zone today.
So ending Walker with a good start here with a 1-0 here. But again, like I said, it's been impressive how both of these players have been able to fight in the middle of the stage for most of these matches. Only just now ending Walker getting pushed to the corner and immediately fights his way out again.
The solar plexus blowing up Duel Kevin's timing.
Dude, these guys are swinging here.
Then you got the corner, and then the frame kill crouch medium push setup. But nonetheless, here dropped it a little bit. Now ending Walker gonna be able to side switch, maintain that spacing advantage on the screen.
All right, trying to use that OD win shot again. He's been able to use that a lot of times, trying to predict ending Walker's fireball timing.
Duel Kevin, I think he wanted the level 2 after that throw, but instead, ending Walker committed big. And I love that drive reversal from Duel Kevin. Does get burnt down though by the donkey kick.
Yeah, so send out the SR, kill some of that time. Look at the chip damage he's getting. He went for the, oh my God, the level 2. Oh, but Duel Kevin was just jumping over. He had that red from the beginning.
Well done from Duel Kevin, right? He's not overcommitting a lot. He's not taking these big risks. And that was a great recognition that ending Walker definitely had a chance to reversal, and that's exactly what he did.
Ooh, a little too far away for that drive rush like he got that time.
Hashigeki coming up short, ended up baiting out the parry, and he's getting the throw. Not baiting out that one, though. The perfect parry and the one hit of solar plexus.
Whoa!
That was, different.
Oh, too far away.
Beautiful stuff from ending Walker with the extended walk back. Definitely throwing off Duel Kevin's rhythm. Seen him be able to successfully harass with that forward heavy push, but not that time. You see the extended walk back again. Ending Walker trying to bait out those options.
Like you said at the start, Duel Kevin does a good job pestering with those overheads, and so that's what ending Walker is trying to bait out right. Oh, nice whip punish by Duel Kevin here, but yeah, just a great counter poke right there from ending Walker, finding that standing light kick.
Light kick into fireball, shutting down Duel Kevin's next attempt.
This is such an important round here. It's either going to be 1-1 or 2-0. And if you're Duel Kevin, you do not want to go down 2-0 against ending Walker.
Oh my goodness, ending Walker, he tried to bait out the throw. Duel Kevin didn't actually get him, right? But the crouch medium kick still caught him regardless, trying to walk back. That was so smart from ending Walker, though. He's got the Denjin charged as well.
Oh, the counter hit. Yeah, not much more off of that, but a great whip punish that time from Duel Kevin. And here we go. Isar is activated, and if he can play this round right, he might even get a second one at some point.
Oh, the overhead connected just in time right there, allowing for the full conversion here. That's another change to Rashid, though, right? You see, not building any bar until that combo is over.
Yep. Oh no, he crouched at the last second. Ending Walker. He's gonna do as much damage as he can here into the level 3.
By as much damage as he can, you mean he's gonna kill Duel Kevin, James. Level 3, Rashid's got no chance of survival. That's one of the things with SF6. Man, damn, that was a villainous look over from ending Walker right there. But legitimately, that's one of the things, right? Overhead explosion when it comes to this game off that drive rush. So no chance at surviving when Ryu's the one that does it.
Yeah, it's such a potent start too, because when you get those drive rush overheads, they don't add any scaling to the combo. So it is a beautiful start Well, some characters they do, but for the most part, most characters' overheads do not start with any scaling at all off of the drive rush. So everything that happens afterward is going to be as much damage as possible.
Impressive stuff from Ending Walker right here. So what the couch expected, right? Ending Walker to be the shining star of the group. Duel Kevin now. He's got a roar back. He's down 2-1. Let's see if he can dig deep. Oh, excuse me, 2-0. He's got to take it 3 games straight. It's going to be tough to do so against Ending Walker with the way he's playing right now.
Yeah, Ending Walker definitely was very dialed in. And again, you can see them both just playing a very steady neutral, a very focused neutral here.
It feels like Duel Kevin, I was going to say was a little bit hesitant, but again, committing to that forward heavy punch, getting the counter hit conversion. But man, Ending Walker's reads, bruh. Waking up with the backdash, punishing the throw attempt. He's been so on point.
Duel Kevin only had the perfect parry on the wow, Ending Walker just bowling his way, getting the throw in the meaty. Gonna spend a level 1 here.
Wants that damage. Putting him down low. The DI, yeah, he had to parry it to survive. Tried to DI back, he would have died for it. He could have also level 1.
Oh, there's that counter hit. He's gonna be able to combo off of that again.
Level 2, yes indeed. You gotta use it right now, being this low on drive and life.
Yeah, this is a scary situation here for Ending Walker. But look at this defense. Gets thrown in again, yeah.
Oh, the OD, he commits to it. And now puts himself on top 16 point.
And that's one of those disheartening losses right there. You were on the verge of a comeback and it could have been such a momentum changer. But now Ending Walker, like you said, match point. And has the corner as well.
Oh man, the imperfect parry again. Right now, Ending Walker, that was big damages. Took off Duel Kevin's life. Duel Kevin here, again, he gets out, but no Oki afterwards. So we're just back to the neutral, and that's where Ending Walker has been shining.
Yeah, no jumps for you, no surprise jumps, enhanced jumps, but wake up buttons again from Duel Kevin. He's definitely not scared of throwing out those buttons on wake up, but neither is Ending Walker.
He came up just short on that one. Just check the drive rush here, and the hesitation blows up the wake-up timing from Ending Walker here. He's got 2 bars on deck. It's not going to be enough to kill. He tries to bait something out, but Ending Walker not going to bite whatsoever. DPs him out, and DPs himself in the top 16.
Wow, what a call.